Hey guys, Jeff Rainwater here with John L. Scott Real Estate in Linwood, Washington. My new office, I'm pretty excited about it. I've switched over from Skyline to John L. Scott. They've got a lot of tools that are really awesome here, a lot of things that I didn't have at Skyline, resources, and of course the top agents in the area are all here, so I'm jumping on that bandwagon. I'm with John L. Scott now. So far, I'm loving it here. Everyone's kind of welcomed me with open arms, and I feel like I'm part of the team already. I want to show you guys some of the cool tools that we have available, but I'm going to really talk about in the next 10 minutes or so. I just want to give you guys kind of an update on how the Pacific Northwest market is looking right now for real estate. I know I've got a lot of people that are kind of on the fence that are just like, you know, ready to buy soon. They're thinking about buying in the next year or so, and maybe just don't really know what's going on in the market. And there's a lot of people that I think don't really have their heads wrapped around what a buyer's market versus seller's market is and how that really affects them as a buyer. So I want to just kind of briefly touch on that and talk a little bit about that. So I'm going to show you guys this chart to start off with. Move myself down here into the corner. Okay, so this graph is showing months of inventory based on closed sales. Now, this is not filtered information. This is all homes that are single-family homes, so we're not talking about manufactured condos and that kind of stuff. It's just regular houses and no limit on price, so 0 to millions, okay? And it's just Snohomish County that we're looking at. So this kind of gives us a nice big snapshot of what we're looking like here in Snohomish County area. And it's pretty similar all throughout the Pacific Northwest. But what this is talking about is, first, to understand this, you have to really understand what months of inventory means. Okay, I'll try and keep this interesting, but basically months of inventory is how many months it's going to take to sell through that current inventory. So back in 2008, where we had almost 18 months of inventory, it would have taken about 18 months to go through that whole inventory. So if there's 100 homes on the market and there's 10 selling each month, then it's 10 months of inventory. Okay, if there's 100 homes on the market and we're only selling one each month, then it's 100 months of inventory. Got it? Okay. So where we're at now, 2 months of inventory. Huge difference, right? So how you can interpret that is, the rule of thumb, I guess to say, is 3 months of inventory or less is a seller's market, a strong seller's market. 6 months or more is a strong buyer's market. And somewhere between 3 and 6 months is kind of happy equilibrium, right? So to put that in perspective, let's say we were back in, where was it, September of 2008, where we had, 12 months of inventory. Okay, so you as a buyer walk up to a seller who's had their house on the market for a year, and you make an offer. Well, it's been on the market for a year. Maybe you're the first offer they've gotten. Maybe you're the only offer they're going to get. So you have a little bit of power as a buyer, because you can come in a little bit lower and they have to at least try and work with you, because they may not get another offer. So that's a buyer's market. So buyers have the advantage in the negotiation. Looking at today, where it's 2 months of inventory, it's the complete opposite, a seller's market. You go in and you try and lowball them on an offer, they're going to laugh at you because they got 2 other offers already, right? So that's the difference. So that's a seller's market. That's where we're at now. So if you're a buyer and you're going into today's market looking to buy a house, you have to change your mindset a little bit from where we were 5 years ago. You can't come in and say, and I've had clients that have told me this, I'm going to come in with a lowball offer less than what they're asking no matter what. And so that doesn't work in this market. You have to be prepared to offer asking prices, sometimes more. Now keep in mind, asking price is not the same as market value, so that doesn't mean you always have to offer what they're asking, unless what they're asking is the market value, and I can help you determine whether or not that's really what the house is worth. So, but what we're running into in this market is this. Let me show you one more chart, and I'll explain this a little further here. Is same kind of pattern that you see on this one. For sale, houses are in green. Sold houses are in the dark green, and the red is pending. Now, what do you notice right off the bat? Well, right off the bat, you notice the trend is going down. But you also notice here, pending sales is the highest it's been. This red line is the highest it's been in this whole 5-year time frame. And for sale homes, the lowest it's been. It's almost the same. It's almost the same number of houses pending as for sale. It's because houses are selling quickly. So why is it going down? Well, more people are buying homes, more homes are getting foreclosed on, and more people are taking their homes off the market because they now can no longer afford to sell them for what they're worth. They're underwater, right? So they'd have to do a short sale. They'd have to sell it and come to the closing table with money, or get the bank to pay for it, the difference. So that's where we're at right now. So that's why it's been declining in the number of homes for sale. We've got about 1,500 as opposed to 5 years ago, 6,000 in the county. So 4 times less. So what are we running into? As a buyer, you guys are going, man, I'm running into multiple offer situations every time I put an offer on a house. Man, I can't find anything that's in the market. There's just not enough inventory out there. All the good ones are getting sold the day that they're listed. Okay, as a seller, man, you're getting multiple offer situations. They're selling the day that they're listed. Things are moving quick. So I can tell you this, the last buyers that I worked with had multiple offer situations more than once. They had tried on several homes to get it before they were able to get into escrow on a home. The last listing that I had 3 offers within the first 24 hours, and we sold it for more than asking price. So that just goes to show you the market that we're in right now. So you have to be prepared. So some cool tools here that we've got with John L. Scott. I just wanted to kind of show you guys that, give you a little bit of a market update where we're at. It is a seller's market. Houses are selling for more than asking price all the time. Multiple offer situations everywhere. So what does that mean as you're coming in as a buyer? Okay, real quick, you want to be prepared. A couple ways that you can be prepared. Get a pre-approval. Okay, I know I harp on this all the time. If you ever talk to me about real estate and you're a buyer, I say, get pre-approved. I won't even submit an offer for you if you're not pre-approved. If you're competing against another buyer for the same price, the guy that's pre-approved is going to get it. Okay, so almost everyone is pre-approved when they're submitting the offers these days. It's silly not to. You can be prepared mentally, right? Because you'll know that you're pre-approved. Prepared mentally by being pre-approved as well, because you know that what you're buying is something you can afford and you're not looking at stuff that's outside your price range. You can also mentally prepare yourself by getting a hold of the contract from the get-go, right? You don't want to find that house that you want and then sit down with the paperwork and be overwhelmed with, okay, now I've got to go through this 10 or 20 pages of contract because we have to figure this all out. If you've had a chance to look it over and kind of make some decisions about what you want beforehand, you already know, well, I already can put this much down, and I already am going to put this much earnest money, and I already want to close in 40 days or whatever. You've already got some decisions made. It's going to be super easy when you get to that house that you want. You just stand right there at the kitchen counter and sign away. Makes your life a lot less stressful when you've looked through that paperwork ahead of time. So have your pre-approval ready, have your paperwork already looked over and be ready to go so that you're ready there. Be prepared that the first house that you might look at might be the best one. Be prepared to write an offer when you find the one that meets your criteria that you fall in love with. Don't think on it overnight. Do your thinking the day before you go out, right? Don't sleep on it. I know that's tough to say, but be ready to make that offer when you find that house that you like, okay? And then also, you want to have your mentally prepared as well. Okay, so you're going to have buyer's remorse. Just get over it. I don't know how else to say, but you're going to have to be prepared to pay what they're asking or more. So be prepared to pay what they're asking or more if you need to. Be prepared to move quickly. And then lastly, be prepared to jump on things that come on the market right away. If a good house comes on the market that day, you want to know about it. You want to go look at it that day. You don't want to go wait a week or something to go see it because it might get sold. Okay, and then don't get discouraged if you run into a multiple offer situation, because everyone's running into them right now. So just be prepared for that. Just be ready. I think the biggest thing is if you've looked at the contract, you've got pre-approval, you're mentally prepared yourself that you're probably going to have to pay full price for a house or more. You're mentally prepared yourself that you're going to be writing the offer the day that you find that house right then, and that you've mentally prepared yourself that you might run into a multiple offer situation. You're ahead of the game. Okay, so those are the things that you need to be prepared for in this market. So it's a seller's market out there, guys. If you're wanting to sell, we can sell it quick. I've got the tools and resources available for that. We need more inventory on the market right now. So if you're selling, contact me, please. If you're wanting to buy, I can help you with that. We'll walk you through each step of the phase, each step of the way. If you're not in the King Snohomish County area and you're still looking to buy or sell, give me a call anyway. I'm happy to help you find an agent that is local to you, that is in our network, that's trustworthy, that can help you out. But if you are in our area, give me a call. I'm Jeff Rainwater with John L. Scott Real Estate, and hopefully that market update was helpful to you. I'm loving it here at John L. Scott, and give me a call if you have any questions about the market or about real estate. I'm here for you guys. Thanks.